What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Neri. I typically would have my co-star with me, Capitan, but he is sleeping right now. Don't worry, he is going to be in this video. I just decided to film in my reptile room right now. He's doing great. He is just snoozing. He's been extremely tired from hanging out with the Labrador puppy, Sandy Cheeks. If you guys saw my last vlog, she's a handful, so he is just relaxing on this Friday. Totally just catching up on some Z's because typically he will snooze in the afternoon and he has no time to snooze anymore with the new puppy running around. So I'm just letting him enjoy his day off and will eventually be in this video. I have a super cool video for you guys. I've recently seen a bunch of other influencers do this, and it's 10 things that they can't live without, but I decided to do it with a little twist and do 10 things that I think a Rottweiler parent should not live without. I guess this could go for any other dog breed, but mainly I am a Rottweiler channel, so I am directing it more towards the Rottweiler owners. I want to say also this is in no particular order, and it's going to be things that I use and also are beneficial for Capitan as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's dive right into it. So one of the things I think a dog owner or a Rottweiler owner should not live without is a nice collar. If you guys follow Capitan on Instagram, you know my boy has a variety of different collars. Nothing better when you see a beautiful dog and they got some nice collar on just to show how much you care for them. Don't get me wrong, if you don't have a nice collar for your dog doesn't mean you don't care about them, but I just always love to see a beautiful collar on a beautiful dog. My dream was always to get Capitan like a Louis Vuitton dog collar because I love Louis Vuitton and I just think the browns would look amazing on him. So maybe one day I will be able to get him one, but that's dreams. But my boy does have a lot of collars. I do buy some at Petco. I also have bought some expensive ones. I just like to accessorize him, what can I say? Second thing I think is important is a good multivitamin for your dog. You gotta get your vitamin a day. Keeps the doctor away, right? Think anything to eliminate him going to the vet. You know, Rottweilers or pretty much any big dog can be prone to hips or joints, so I do give him a vitamin every single day just to avoid anything as possible. I want my boy to be as healthy as possible and try to avoid anything at all costs. I recently bought this brand on Amazon. He's using this one for right now. I might switch him out to something else. There are a bunch of amazing brands out there. Chewy sells a bunch of good kind. So yeah, I think a multivitamin a day for your dog is definitely something that they need. And also, along with a good vitamin, I always recommend a really high quality dog food. If you are giving them kibble, raw is always good, but as you guys know, I do not feed raw, but I do feed him a very high quality dog food. So also just a good quality dog food that just goes along with his health, his coat, and everything else. So vitamins, good quality dog food, you'll be good. So third thing I think every dog parent should have for their dogs are raised bowls. Even if your dog is short, I have these beautiful wooden metal raised dish bowls, and I also have metal bowls for Capitan because plastic does build bacteria and it's just way easier to clean the metal ones. So I got his raised dish bowls at Marshall's for a very great deal, and they just look really good in the house. When I first got Capitan as a puppy, that was one thing that they did suggest, so it would like eliminate him having any neck problems, and I guess it's just easier for them to digest, and when they drink water, it just all goes down better. Now these days it's super easy to find them. They're way more common. You can find them at Marshall's, like I said, or even dog boutiques, and of course Petco sells them as well. All right, so if you are like me and you were always on the go and you bring your dog with you, it is a really good idea to have a dog seatbelt. California, people slam on their brakes like no other on the freeway, and it scares the crap out of me. So just having Capitan seatbelted in is always like comforting. I did read an article a while back too, like seeing a lot of car accidents and the dogs get like thrown out of the car because, I mean, they have no seatbelt, so their body force just flies right out. And so being a paranoid mom like I am, when we go on long road trips, even if we go just to like the store and back, I always have my boy seatbelted in, but the seatbelt isn't like a restraint to him. He still can like look out the window and walk around. So I always suggest if you're on the go like we are to get a seatbelt for them. This is not the funnest thing to talk about, but I recommend every dog parent or any like animal parent in general, even if you're a reptile parent, to get some good insurance for your pet. And I know you're like, I don't know about that. Like, I don't go to the vet that often. And then one day something crazy will happen and you wish you listened to me. So I use the Nationwide, and we have been using that for about like 2 years now. And we have ran into some accidents, and thank God for it. It definitely helped out in the long run. A good thing to have and feel safe. And also with that insurance, I would say having a vet close to you. Our vet is literally like 5 minutes away down the hill. Love all the girls there, and they do have like an emergency room if it's like after hours. So good insurance and a good vet that you trust that is close to you. Those all are kind of like a bunch of things in one, but I love Nationwide. They also do cover reptiles, I discovered. It's just way worth it. I really recommend you look into it. Next thing is nothing like really mandatory, but I think it's a great thing to have. I absolutely love to collect Rottweiler shirts. Let me just show you what I got on right now. Well, this one's my husband's, but I collect so many Rottweiler shirts. If you guys have seen my videos before, I just love having Rottweiler shirts. I love rocking Capitan, and I love when I have a Rottweiler shirt and somebody's like, oh my gosh, you have one? I have one too. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And so it's always a good connection, and it's always fun to rock your dog. I mean, there's a bunch of different ones, especially right now on Amazon. That's where I find like all of them. Hoodies, socks, like I have it all. So I think always a cool Rottweiler shirt. I lost like my favorite one. I've lost a bunch of them, so yeah. Okay, so next item is more for you. Once again, I would say a really good vacuum. Unless you don't care if you have like dog hair all over your house. I mean, to me, I'm just like really OCD and crazy, so I pretty much vacuum every single day. And I also do not Swiffer, but I do Swiffer pretty much like 2 times a week. So a really good vacuum, because Rotties love to shed hair. You guys probably who already have Rotties already know that, especially during the summer. There's hair everywhere. At least it's black hair. And if you're like me who wears black all the time, it doesn't really matter. So I always recommend a good vacuum. I love my Dyson one. I do have to clean it out all the time, but I love how portable it is. And I also love to Swiffer everything because that picks up a lot as well. Okay, so if you have seen Capitan, you know he does not destroy any of his toys. He literally still has some from puppy time. I always recommend a good box of toys for your dog to keep them entertained, and if not that, really good rawhides. You have to be careful with what rawhides you get because some can be extremely dangerous for your dogs. I only buy them from like the doggy boutique. They're going to be expensive, I'm going to say that, the good ones are. So a good rawhide so they can, you know, chew on that, get their teeth cleaned, give them stimulation, and then also a box of toys if your body doesn't destroy them, because Capitan will just go to his toy box all the time randomly and just pick out whatever toy he wants for the day and just start playing with himself by himself. Typically it's usually a ball, sometimes it's his unicorn, but he loves his toy box. If I ever got rid of that, he'd be so sad. So I suggest always a good toy box or a really nice rawhide for your Rottie. If you are like me, I think it is so important to document your dog's life. I take pictures all the time of Capitan. As you guys know, if you follow him on Instagram, I have a nice camera. I love to take photos of him, and it's awesome to see the photos I've had from him as a puppy till now. I also have a bunch of photos of him in my house. But yeah, I always suggest to have a good camera so you could remember the moments because they grow up so fast. Alright you guys, so I am winding down to the last things I think every dog parent should have. I think it's super important to have like a little grooming kit. I personally groom Capitan myself. I don't have to take him to the groomers because he doesn't have any hair to get trimmed. That's number one reason why I picked the Rottweiler breed, because they don't need to go to a groomer to get professionally clipped. I just give him a shower here. I did a video a while back, like I think it's like my 3rd video ever. I give him baths here, I clip his nails here, I brush his teeth here. So I think having just your own little kit, and I think it's just a great way to bond with your dog. He pretty much trusts me with everything. So I've been doing it, grooming him since he was a puppy. So I think a really good grooming kit is always good to have. Okay, so my last one, I don't think a lot of people think about, but I think it's important to always have a good go-to babysitter for your dog, especially if you travel a lot. And you should travel. You shouldn't be like stuck at home just because you have a dog. So I don't personally take Capitan to a doggy daycare, but if you don't have the convenience, like I have, my parents get to watch him. He goes over to their house and he plays with the Cavaliers. I always tell them to go to. I just gotta give them like a few days in advance, and they always will watch Capitan, and it makes me feel safe. I never have to scramble or cancel out on something because I can't have somebody watch my dog. Or if you don't have anybody to watch your dog, always have like a good little doggy daycare that you really trust, or a good friend. I think that is always really important because God forbid if anything like crazy happened and you had to leave out of town and you didn't know where you're gonna board your dog and you're worried the whole time. It's good just to have like a relationship with somebody, or like a doggy daycare that you trust. So just developing a relationship with somebody to always rely on is always a good thing to think about, because some people don't think about that and they miss out on some stuff, or their dog goes to a daycare and they get traumatized, something crazy like that. So I always suggest you guys have a good babysitter. All right, you guys, that is it for the 10 things I think every dog parent or dog should have. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned some ideas of maybe some things that you need to get in your life for your dog. As always, if you did enjoy this video, it would mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button, comment below, or follow Capitan on his own personal Instagram. I am going to be doing a giveaway very soon, so go follow him on there and wait till you hear the announcement for that. Until the next time, I will see you. Bye.